There's Ken's hobby bench. Ken's already here. Hey, Ken. Hey, everybody else. How's it going, shipheads? Welcome to the Weird House. Got the Cardassian Galor class. So if you noticed, the title of my stream is Keeping Up With The Cardassians, because we're doing some mods on this guy. So what I've done so far is I've made a little pedestal for this dome thingy, this extra piece here, because I don't like the way, so that's supposed to go there. I don't like that. So I made like a little neck for it. It goes right in here. Put some windows in there so it looks like it's got a few decks in it. Just squeeze that in there. It's pretty tight. Tight fit. Had it in there last night.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Hello, Ken. I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Excellent. Have you decided to join me? There we go, I got it. So that just sits right in like that. Lifts my little, whatever this is supposed to be, sensor pod or something. Right up in like that. There's Tommy following Ghost. How you doing, Tommy? Andrew's here. Andrew says, I hope it was a smooth transition for everyone. Well, there's 9 here, Andrew. So some people came over. There's Tommy saying hi, guys. How you doing, Ghost? Good to see you. All right. So there we go. So there's our first. Oh, that fell off.
Andrew said that's the bridge section as far as I know.
Well, now it's up here like a cruise ship bridge or a warship, aircraft carrier. So I guess that would be the bridge. That's what it looks like. Yeah. So now it's up there. So that's our first mod. And so what I got planned, so we got this tail here. And you get these, this little fork thing. So according to the picture, that goes here. The other one goes here. But I think we want 2 of those, top and bottom. Something like this. So we're going to do it something like that. So what I've gone and done is I've already went ahead and traced out some plastic pieces here.
Nice.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put bottoms on these 2 pieces so that I've got 2 like that, and then I can use some scraps to add some little little panel details like you see here. So I'll get my Sonic Saberino right here, and I'm just going to start cutting this up. So I'm just going to kind of cut out the basic shape, and then I'll spend some time with the files afterwards, cleaning it up.
Too Loud says, hey, Jody and everyone.
Hey, Johnny, how are you, buddy? For someone that's too loud, I can't hear you right now. Oh, Baco can. Baco heard you, buddy. He's just downstairs. So Andrew says that okay, you already told me that. Andrew says that's the bridge section. Yes. See, when I see this, it makes me think of the Nebula class starship, how it's got that sensor pod that's sort of a rounded triangular shape that's right on the top of the saucer like that.
Yes, yeah.
It makes me think of that, so that's why I was calling it a sensor pod. But yeah, I guess it would be the bridge for sure. So that makes a lot more sense.
Dash.
And you just been dashed.
Oh my God. Hello, Howard. Thanks for coming. You don't have to be doing that. Please save it. Although, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
He says, faster, faster, faster. More cowbell.
Oh, okay, wait. Where's my cowbell? I had a cowbell here last time. Oh, I can't find it. There it is. Cowbell. Thank you, Howard. Thank you. Hey, Too Loud and Howard, says Tommy. Okay, faster. Here we go. But I don't want to go too fast. Because I want this to be half decent. This mat, I'm still using my old cutting mat. I got myself a new one here, but it's like really flimsy and soft compared to this one, which is rigid and really dense. So I'm just still using my old one.
Becoming more petrified.
I just got a cheap one, eh? Okay, so there's one. Now these are pretty much the same exact shape, so I don't think it matters which one I use. No. It's going to be all the same. So let's get some, let's get the coating off of this. First of all, what's that? Little plastic bit. One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back, and who's that? Dort. Hello, Dort.
He says, hello.
How you doing?
And Howard.
I mean, Howard says hi, Mary.
Says hi, Mary. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna mute while I sand this. Got any trivia for us tonight, Ken?
I didn't plan on any. I can pull up an old trivia, or I can just Google some trivia if you would like.
That's entirely up to you. And you don't have to either. I was just wondering if you had anything planned.
I have a planned one for the next episode of the Tuesday show with Buck.
All right, let's steal those ones. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I'm just trying to get some of the coating off this surface of this, so it's just easier for me to glue stuff to it. It's got kind of like a clear coating. So then if you glue something and it peels, it'll peel the sort of clear part away from it. So I'm just trying to get rid of that clear part first. Oh, Doart gave me a little heart guy. Where are you viewing from? Where are you watching me from? Doart or Dort? I'm saying that correctly. Almost looks like Korean writing.
Kind of does.
We got 11 viewers. Howard says, "What are you doing adding to the actual part?" Yes, because I want two of these. These are supposed to go together, and those are supposed to go together and mount right on the end of this. Yeah, Dort's from South Korea. Well, welcome to watching some dude in Canada. So that's supposed to go here, Howard, and I want two of them. I want one on the top and one on the bottom. So I'm making undersides for them. So we kind of got, there's like a sort of a light right there, like a dome. And it looks like the tips. I couldn't really find any other pictures for this online. Not that I put up very much of an effort to look in the first place, but I'm just going by the box here. So we got sort of lighted tips right here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but I can try. I can try to get something in there. Maybe like I can get a piece of a sprue. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that. Probably get like a end piece of a clear sprue in there. Take a little bit of this.
Use that to transfer your light down?
Yeah. Because there's enough room in there that I can get a little light in here and here pointing down to there. And that'll be enough just to make it glow a little bit.
It certainly would be.
And then shows right here. This looks like a little, sort of looks like a little pyramid of light.
Looks like kind of a little dome light or something.
Yeah, but it looks square, like a pyramid.
All right.
But on here, it's just a flat square. There's no raised texture to it. And this is the top part that I see, because the bottom piece is a lot different. And this piece has the pin that goes into the top right here. So I don't know if I'm going to try that, but I could just open that up as a square. And you know what? I got this stuff right here.
Oh, there you go. You can take a segment of that and put it in place. Yeah,
that's just about the right. It's just about the perfect size. So yeah, I can do that. So yeah, I'll start with that because I won't be able to work this once I have that. Once I have the bottom put on, I won't be able to do nothing to that. So,
Howard says, I think the idea was they were modeled after fish for the Cardassians, and the Ferengi was like a horseshoe crab.
yeah, or like a insect of some kind. Yeah,
And
the Ferengi one definitely looks like a horseshoe crab.
Dort said, sophisticated and amazing your skills are.
Well, thank you very much. I could agree with the amazing part, but I don't know about sophisticated. I'm on the absolute opposite of the spectrum when it comes to that, because I don't have a lot of the specific modeling tools and knowledge and techniques required for to do this the actual proper, generally accepted way that you're supposed to do it. So just kind of do my own thing, get it to work, and I do my best.
All right, trivia question time.
Square. All right.
First question is, how many films did Sean Connery play James Bond in?
Oh.
So feel free, audience, to put in your guess, or if you know for a fact because you're a big James Bond fan. How many films did Sean Connery play James Bond in? Howard says 6.
6? Oh. Howard also says last night he was channeling his inner Jody, had these 3 medicine bottles, and I think if I put them together, they would look like 3 large engines. There you go. Put them together and then add a few details to them. Okay, so I got a nice little square hole right here.
Any other guesses on the James Bond question?
I don't know a definitive answer to that one, so.
Well, Andrew says official films only or counting the unofficial one? Well, it's how many times did he play the character?
Unofficial film?
Mm-hmm.
With Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Huh.
How many films? Didn't say official, but how many films did Sean Connery play James Bond in? So yes, it is a little bit of a trick question.
Oh, there must be like a cameo in some other movie. No other guesses?
Did you want to guess there, Andrew? See, Howard says, yeah, he played 5 films. Then there was one he played JB in with Roger Moore.
Oh.
All right, ready for the answer? The answer is 7.
So you're counting the unofficial one.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I got myself a nice little square hole there.
Looking good.
So let me see if I can get a pyramid out of this stuff right here.
So Howard says, was there 7? I missed one then. Andrew says, never say never again.
Is that the name of the film?
I believe that's the unofficial one.
Okay. Or is Andrew just telling us keep your head up and don't give up hope? Never say never. Never give up. Never say never. One of the James Bond movies, wasn't it called Never Say Die? So Never Say Never is kind of like a sort of like a play on that one.
Yeah, that I couldn't tell you.
All right, I'm just gonna rub this on the old fret leveling beam here. Smooth it down. Try and
Okay,
get it
next
to the right
question.
size.
And Andrew says starred Sean Connery, but not produced by Broccoli.
Broccoli. Is that the production company that made the James Bond films?
Howard says there was Live and Let Die, Die Another Day, Tomorrow Never Dies, and No Time to Die. So fixated on death.
Yeah. License to Kill.
Yeah, Howard says Albert Broccoli,
Broccoli.
not Broccoli.
Oh, so not Reginald Barkley. That's what I thought Andrew meant was Reg.
This one's a little easier, I find. This question is, in the movie Forrest Gump, what famous phrase does Forrest's mother say life is like?
Oh.
Howard says, no, it's broccoli. I can't spell.
Charles Broccoli.
Howard says, life is like a box of chocolates.
My mama always told me that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I remember, I don't know when it was, but it was Winter Olympics, and I think it was the first year that they had snowboarding in the Winter Olympics. And there was this really, really, really French guy from Quebec who won one of the events, and they were interviewing him after he got his medal, and he said, "It's like they say in the movie, you know how life, it's like the chocolate box. You never know what's going to come out of it." Life is like the chocolate box.
But yes, Howard is correct. It is life is like a box of chocolates.
Stupid is as stupid does. My mama told me that a lot. This is very difficult to hang on to. Let me see if I can get enough. Let's just see if I can get a tweeze on there.
Without it go shooting off somewhere else in the rug.
Yeah, well, I'll try to.
You got spares.
Gentle. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of that stuff.
And Howard's talking about how I remember now. The one I missed was Diamonds Are Forever. It was the one he played between. Oh, that's where it's jumping here. Between Roger Moore and George Lazenby. I always forget that one. He says, "Sorry, I like James Bond."
I like James Bond too. Although I'm not crazy about Daniel Craig as James Bond.
No? Okay.
He's okay, but I don't know. I think Paul Telford should be James Bond. He should be the new James Bond. There's no two ways about it. And I even started a Twitter account a few years ago called Xander for Bond. I eventually changed it to Trek Mods, but I started as Xander for Bond in an effort to get Paul Telford recognized as James Bond, because he would make a good James Bond. He's like a blend of Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan together as one man.
So Andrew says, anyway, like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. There's shrimp kebab, shrimp creole, shrimp gumbo, pan-fried shrimp, deep fried, stir-fried. There's pineapple shrimp, lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp soups, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich, and that's about it.
No, it's not. There's more. Right on. Good one, Andrew. Shrimp salad, shrimp soup, shrimp scampi.
Dort said, it was helpful, thank you. I guess I should study English. We don't mind.
That's what your keyboard's for. Your keyboard knows English.
He says, see you. Well, if you're leaving, don't feel that you have to. Feel free to stay as long as you like.
I wonder if he's getting subtitles in Korean.
Well, maybe. Mary's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mary's about to bust through the wall with a jug of Kool-Aid in her hand. Oh, yeah.
You're not getting your damage deposit back.
Really can't hold on to this thing. How am I supposed to? How?
How now, brown cow?
Let me just think about it for a second. If I glue that to something, first I gotta find my glue. So if I glue that down to something, then I'll be able to sand it to a pyramid shape, and it's right in front of my face. Look at that. Right in front of it. Okay. So
there you have it.
Yeah.
Howard says, I like Daniel Craig, actually, over Timothy Dalton, which actually Timothy Dalton was asked to play James Bond before Sean Connery, but he felt he was too young for the part.
I like Daniel Craig too. He's fine, but he's not the best James Bond. That's all.
No. Howard says, glue it to your fingers. I always do.
Glue it to my finger so I can sand it. I'm going to glue it to this little paintbrush handle right here, because I can easily pop it back off and trim it. Sand it down smooth when I'm done. Come on.
Okay, next question. Who is often credited with creating the world's first car?
Oh. But it's not true. Because I know that it's not who we all think it is.
Let's see here. Howard says they talked about Idris Elba being the next James Bond. And then Howard says Ford. Okay. Any other guesses?
Guess again. I don't think it was him.
No.
He perfected the assembly line.
That is correct.
in an effort to cut costs and get the factory more efficient.
Yes, he did. I'll just say this much: it was not in North America.
No.
It was in Europe.
The horseless carriage. Would you care to join us? We shall perambulate about the park tonight in our horseless carriage.
Like the old laws where you had to have someone walking in front and behind your car carrying a big flag.
Or flashlight. Well, I guess it wouldn't have been a flashlight. It would have been a gas lamp or something. The first cars had actual oil lights, like flame lanterns.
Andrews, looks like we're getting a lot of James Bond stuff going on here. Andrew says Spectre opens with one of the best owners I've seen in cinema. That's one long unbroken shot all the way through.
One of the best openers.
Yeah. Howard says Jack the Ripper. And then he said probably was Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, invented the car?
Yes.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper invented the automobile for sure. For sure.
Okay. Andrew says it's oneers. For one of the best oneers I've seen in cinema. Okay.
Oneers. Oh, I thought he meant openers. So by oneers, he means a one-shot sequence.
Yes, I guess
cuts,
so.
I think. Yeah, I think that's what he means. Because, yeah, he says one long unbroken shot all the way through, right?
Yeah.
Never saw that one. That's a James Bond movie, right? Spectre?
Yep.
Never saw that one. I saw one of the I think it was Casino Royale, the first one that Daniel Craig was in. That was the last James Bond movie I watched.
That's the one with the big parkour sequence.
I guess so. I don't even remember.
At the very beginning.
I saw it when it came out. That was a while back.
Yeah. Andrew says it was Data in Time's Arrow inventing the horseless carriage.
Yeah, that's right.
So the answer is Carl Benz.
Carl Benz.
Yes.
As in Mercedes-Benz?
Yes. I believe he was German.
Uh-huh.
And that's Carl with a K.
As you do in Germany. I love the German word for ambulance. Krankenwagen. And the hospital is the Krankenhaus. How am I doing here? Okay, we're getting there. Just trying to keep this square. Trying to keep my pyramid squared, which isn't easy.
Next question, and we'll keep it a car question again. We'll say, in what year was the Corvette introduced?
I know that one.
So, everybody, in what year was the Corvette introduced?
The year after they invented it.
Howard says 1962. He says it with feeling.
It's older than that.
Anyone else want to throw in a guess? He says 1952 then.
I think it's 56.
Okay. I'll give you guys about another 10 seconds here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up.
Time's up. The answer is 1953.
3. Wow.
1953.
Who said 52?
Howard did.
Howard? Ding, 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 ding. Wait a second. Where's that? Hold on. All right. $23.62. That's the new kind of Corvette, Andrew. That's the Starvet. Okay, let's see if I did this. Chopped off real easy.
There you go.
It's hard to tell. This shape just looks like a grain of salt. Very big grain of salt. Right, so it's a little bigger than that still, so I'm going to put it on the top here.
Andrew's going to bed. He says, all right, good night, guys. Have a great stream.
Good night, Andrew. Your show was pretty great tonight. I enjoyed it as always. Have a good night, and thanks for directing everybody over here. Okay. Grip on this thing. Ever so lightly, just drag it on here. Just trying to perfect the square shape of it. So I'm just letting a tiny bit of it protrude past the end of the tweezers there. I'm just lightly rubbing it on my fret leveling beam. Turn it again. I gotta be careful that I put the pressure right down the center of this thing, because if I go off to the side, do just like Ken foreshadowed and flick, I'll be stepping on that and it'll be lodged in my foot. All right, let's see. Oh, I stepped on a toothpick once. Well, I didn't really step on it. It was on the carpet, and I kind of stepped and went like that. You know what I mean? Forward on it.
Yeah.
So I guess the toothpick was like sticking up like this out of the carpet, and I came by and kicked it, and it went into the ball of my foot right behind the big toe there, and the end of it was broken off. So I thought, okay, well, just the end of the toothpick is in there, and it's broken off. So I started tugging at it, and it wouldn't come out. It hurt quite a bit. So I had to limp over, like walk on all my heels, and get an actual pair of needle nose pliers. And I pulled it out of there. And when I did, I discovered that only about a quarter of the end of it was missing, and the rest of the entire toothpick was lodged up into my foot.
Ouch.
That was, yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it sitting on top of the? Couldn't find it. All right, so now it's going to want to fall into there every time. So if it falls through, then that means I can push it up through the bottom now because I've made it a little bit smaller.
So the next question is, what bone are babies born without? Ooh, Howard said, I ran a pitchfork tine into the side of my foot sideways, about 3 inches. It was rusty too, but I pulled it out and kept working.
That's what you do. That's what my dad would have done.
So which bone are babies born without? Howard says skull.
Well, I think I know what he means because it's a part of
Yeah,
this.
but it's the plates, and they end up fusing later on in life.
Yeah.
But no, Howard, they are born with a skull. Because there's always that talk of that soft spot on the head.
It's not necessarily anything in that skull, but most people are born with one.
Mary says kneecaps.
Kneecaps?
So you can't kneecap a baby? Is that what you're saying? Or you just shouldn't?
Probably shouldn't.
That's probably good advice.
Okay, so I need a way to get, maybe I can use a piece of tape.
Howard says, well, you guys say that, but in Ian's case. So Mary is correct. The answer is kneecaps. Babies are not born with kneecaps.
Huh. Mary? What?
Probably because she's given
Why
birth
don't you
to
tell me
children,
this?
maybe, would be my assumption.
If they don't have kneecaps, then how are they kicking you inside the womb? I guess they still have knees, just no caps. No patellas. No patella for you. Next.
It's actually just cartilage, and then the patella forms as they grow.
Really?
It's just because they grow so fast. So if you're born with kneecaps, your legs would be like really short, and the rest of your body would be big.
Thank you, Dr. Mary.
I learned that in my anatomy class.
Howard says she cheated. She's a woman. Or sorry, she was a woman. No, I'm thinking she still is a woman, Howard.
She still is. Oh, she is, all right. Okay, I want to get this up. So I got a little piece of tape on the bottom side of it so that it stays in place for me here. Just see if I can. There we go.
So how high up is that
do-
sticking out?
Not high enough. So I'm going to put a drop of glue because I got no way to like hold it where I want it to be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a drop of glue and then I'm going to try to adjust it thusly by pushing it upwards. So now that I got a bit of glue there, it should stay in place a little bit.
Like it's giving birth? Or just having a poop?
Just having a clear little poop there. So I want to try to push it up like that there. Just a bit.
Howard says, damn it, don't correct me. I'm terrible with my English and spelling. Or actually, he spelled spelling wrong, but anyway.
That's the joke. That's the gag right there.
Yes, that is the joke.
You spell spelling wrong on purpose. It's just kidding around.
Next question: What is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea?
Aha! I know the answer. I know the answer to that one. Where's the lights?
Howard says my arse.
What's that doing in the Mediterranean Sea?
Yeah, unfortunately, that plastic is too
right in front of the light there.
Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, that looks good.
It's
Definitely need some light blocking on that.
ticking up a little.
And to your question, what's his arse doing in the Mediterranean Sea? He says, well, you know.
He's a sea dog. A seafaring arse dog. Yeah, shiver me timbers. Get your arse out to the Mediterranean.
Does Mary know the answer to this question? Mary?
Probably. I know the answer. At least I think I know the answer. I probably don't.
Mary says no. We'll see if Jody knows. What's the answer, Jody?
Nobody else has an answer?
No one else seems to be answering.
Is it Greece?
No.
Okay, then I don't know the answer. It's not Crete. Crete is smaller than Greece, is it not?
Greece is not an island. Greece is connected to the mainland. It's part of the mainland.
Alrighty.
Okay, so picture this. Okay. Sicily, 1942. Golden Girls reference. Yes, the answer is Sicily.
So Sicily?
Yeah.
So Sicily is tiny.
The largest island.
Really?
At the end of the
there
boot.
was larger ones than that.
Nope. It is the largest. Right there at the end of the boot. You are probably thinking of Cyprus, which is a contested island between Turkey and Greece.
Yes, Cyprus.
But Sicily is larger.
All right.
Howard had said Madagascar, which is that's off the coast of Africa.
Southeast Africa. Madagascar is actually considered a microcontinent because it's on its own tectonic plate.
Oh, there we go. That's something I didn't know.
And also the wildlife there is pretty much unique because geologists figure that Madagascar did not split off from the southeast coast of Africa. It came westward from, say, the Asian continent, India and Nepal, broke off from there and twisted around down towards the southern part of Africa. But who's to say that's correct, right? These are all just hypotheses. Every scientific theory put forth so far is nothing more than a hypothesis that we just all agree upon. If everyone agrees, then it's true. Okay, so I need get some of these. Okay, I gotta figure this tip part out here. So I can see where there's a little bit cut away, or there's like a little protrusion. So there's not a lot. It's going to be weird because it's this. The way it looks inside there.
Yep.
So I don't know if we can see. Just get this up like that so we can see it a little bit better. There we go. So we see the very tip there, how it looks kind of like a fingernail.
Yep.
So that's the part that needs to be removed. But on the inside, it's fairly solid. So I think I'm going to try. I was going to try to cut this off with the sonic saber, but I think I'm going to drill into there with this and try and get it straight through.
All right. The next question will be a music
See, it's not even coming through.
question. Not going through?
There we go. Yeah, go ahead with the question.
Okay, it's a music question. The question is, what was the name of the rock band formed by Jimmy Page?
I know that one.
I thought you might. He just seemed like that kind of guy.
Well, I seem like that kind of guy, but I'm not. I know the answer. But doesn't mean I'm into that sort of thing.
Okay, so just in case someone didn't hear me, the question is, what was the name of the rock band formed by Jimmy Page? Howard says Bedroom Golf. They were a great rock group. They sure rocked her world.
Bedroom Golf.
Mary says Led Zeppelin. Johnny says AC/DC.
Johnny, come on. Johnny knows better than that.
Howard says Journey. And Johnny says Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden? Put them in the Iron Maiden. Alright, can't find my zooming glasses.
Howard said I suck at most music too. All right, Jody, what's your answer?
Led Zeppelin.
Yes, that is the answer. Led Zeppelin.
And they're a great band. They're awesome.
Okay, Johnny, this question's for you. Well, for everyone, but because of one of your answers, hopefully it'll be an easy one. What country did AC/DC originate in? What country did AC/DC originate in? Howard says, in my Alec voice, who was Led Zeppelin? Gavin Blackburn. Hey, Gavin. He says Australia.
Hey, Gavin. Australia. Mate.
Howard says Austria.
Austria. Back in the block, heated the sack. Don't you know I'm glad to be back. Cut loose from the news. That's
Johnny
kept
says
me hanging
Australia.
around. Looking at the sky, getting me high.
We have an answer from Mary at all? Mary, are you still playing? Or is she actually doing? She might be doing other things though too.
Are you watching from the other TV
Okay.
in another room? So I don't know what she's doing.
So, what's your guess there,
Good.
Jody?
Oh, I don't have to guess.
You know.
Yeah, he's from Australia.
That is correct. They are from Australia.
Back home in Australia, they just call them Akadaka. A good old Akadaka concert the other night, eh? Them guys is getting on in age, they are. Yeah, that was the music that everybody listened to, and until I discovered my own tastes in music, until I learned what I liked instead of just what everyone else liked. All right.
There you go. Look at that. Great work.
Focus.
Yes, focus on those tips there.
Those cut away. Just like that. It's going to be very small. I could probably even get away with just like a bead of clear glue instead of trying to cut sprues to go in there. I could probably just get away with a bit of glue. I don't know what this bit's from. I think that's a piece from the NX01 that I didn't use.
Okay.
Or it might be. Oh, you know what? This is from my Reliant kit, but it's Enterprise clear parts, so I couldn't use them anyways.
All right. Howard
That's why
says,
they're sitting here.
I meant Australia. You know how my typos are. He says, can I buy a few vowels?
Yeah,
That's what
You
I
can-
kind of figured you actually
you can
meant,
have
Howard.
all the vowels you need, Howard. You don't have to buy the vowels, man.
You can have them
Vowels
for
are
free.
free. That's right. Vowels don't cost anything extra. You could have all the vowels you want. So I actually might be able to just modify the tip of this to get right in there.
All
But I
right.
don't think I have to. It's pretty small, so I think I'm just gonna put blobs of clear in there. I'm gonna do this one now.
Yeah, you could do that too. All right, I'll ask another music question. This one's a different genre of music. But what was the name of the group Justin Timberlake used to be a part of?
I bet you a lot of people think it's a different one, but
Yes, what was the name of the group Justin Timberlake used to be a part of? Howard says, In Sync. Johnny says, One Direction.
wrong way, Johnny. That's not the right way.
Howard says, Wait, the Mickey Mouse Club.
That's actually correct. I don't think that's the answer you're looking for, but that's a correct answer.
That's not the answer I'm looking for.
No, but he is right.
Alec says, sorry to lurk, and sorry, Howard, but I'm breaking the stereotype. I have to say that, however, I have heard the songs by them. I know who AC/DC is.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many people that don't know who AC/DC is.
Hey, I don't always listen to AC/DC, but when I do, so do my neighbors. Johnny says, oh, that direction.
That's the one, Johnny. The other way.
So the answer I was looking for was yes, In Sync. Yep, Mary got it as well.
Sync. Trying very carefully not to just clip right through the tip of it there.
Howard said, unlike DC/AC, they were a different polarity and broke up and let out the magic smoke. Okay. What genre of music did Taylor Swift start in?
Everybody knows.
We'll see who's got fast fingers to put the answer in for that one. Howard says country.
Crunchy music. All right, so immediately after I said, trying very hard not to grind right through the tip of it, I did on this one.
Uh-oh.
But I didn't lose a lot of material, so I can put it back. It's just kind of, it was so thin that it just kind of busted right through.
Yeah.
So drop of glue. Dip in the baking soda. Boom, that fills it back in.
There you have it.
I can immediately start drilling it again.
Yeah, so Howard, I'm sorry that's incorrect. The answer I'm looking for was gangster rap. No, Howard, you are correct. It is country music. I don't know if you remember the movie Blues Brothers. We play both kind of music here, country and Western.
That's the piano. I said play the piano. I got one for you. What's the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
The way they're played.
A violin has strings and a fiddle has strings.
Howard had guessed the size.
No, it actually is the way they're played. There's no physical difference between a violin and a fiddle. It's just the regional term for it, really. Just the way you play it, the music you play on it.
Howard says, don't make me break out my Tay-Tay music CDs.
Break them out.
Mary says, shake it off, Howard.
Shake it off.
Break out that tay-tay. All right, so let's move on to a little literature. Some more modern literature, or what's considered as modern literature. Okay, Adventure of Sherlock Holmes was written by which writer? That's an easy one.
Ian Fleming.
And Howard says, meh, don't like the newer tay-tay. Then Howard says, no, that was the James Bond writer.
Yes, I know, Howard. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to be funny, man. Don't
Alex
you get that I'm
says,
joking?
Alex says, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Nope. Sorry, that's totally wrong. Close. Very close. You're on the right track. Think more barbarian-like. And more like a white lacy thing that's on your grandma's coffee table.
He says, Conan, my bad.
That's right. Arthur Conan Doyle.
Oh, look at that. You've been dashed.
Data wrote Sherlock.
You've been dashed again.
Howard, you're the one answering the questions. You should be getting rewarded. Thank you. Thank you. I told you to stop it. Stop it.
Gavin says Data wrote Sherlock Holmes.
Data wrote Sherlock Holmes. Data wrote a challenging program. Actually, he didn't even do that. He just got the computer to do it. Data is so lazy. God, Data. So lazy. And apparently Spock is related to Sherlock Holmes. Descended from Sherlock Holmes. I seen there's a video there they're talking about one of the episodes and or one of the movies or whatever when Spock insinuates that he might be descended from Sherlock Holmes. Somebody says, well, that's impossible. Sherlock Holmes is a fictional character. Yeah, guess who else is a fictional character? Spock. Spock's a fictional character too. These people. Why would they make a ship like that? Dude, Star Trek's not real. I don't know how many times I have to explain to people. It's awesome and fun and we all love it. It's not real. They're not historical inaccuracies that people are making here. It's just because I get mostly positive feedback on my videos and my weird mods, but there's the odd person that's like, well, that ship never existed in the Star Trek universe, and well, you're out of the wrong time frame for that. The NX-01 didn't last up until the 23rd century. It's just like, dude, go fuck your hat or something.
Howard said, is he going to make me come up there and feed him Mary's cookies and pies?
No, I can perfectly eat Mary's cookies and pies. I'm not a big pie eating guy. I like cookies, but I like the fruit pies. I like more like banana or lemon meringue and like banana cream pie, stuff like that. Okay, so let me see. See how thick this is. If it fits in there. Almost. So I'm just gonna narrow it slightly. This one. Because, as I said before, these are pretty much just a little SMD that has like a bubble of plastic around it. So all I'm going to do is make that bubble a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to make this slightly thinner so that fits in there better. And it roughs up the side and helps me glue it to the inside surface.
Howard says that's what they complained about Discovery. Even Andrew and
Oh,
Jordan didn't like the spore drive. A little too
I didn't
far,
like
hey?
that either. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Didn't like that light or the spore drive?
I didn't like that light either because I just killed it right away. But yeah, the spore drive. Like they could have had the same result with like a more feasible kind of thing rather than a tardigrade imprisoned in this thing through the mycelial network. Come on, man. You could come up with something a little better than that. I don't know. I mostly like the show, but there was a few things. When I first saw the Klingons, I was like, what? And I was like, well, whatever. They change them all the time. The show was made by different writers and different producers with different ideas. Like, it's not that big of a deal that they look different. Really, who cares? They're make-believe anyways. But I don't know. I just thought the idea of the spore drive was stupid. Not the idea of them being able to travel that fast instantaneously somewhere, but they could have got to that result with maybe some other kind of premise or some kind of other kind of technology that makes a little more sense than that. Because Star Trek's always made a good point of making everything seem like it could make sense. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
the ideas of the technology is like, yeah, well, yeah, sure, that could make sense, but I don't know. One guy says, "Oh, all the fungus on Earth is linked together into one big organism." No, man, no. So I got to light block this before I start putting lights in there.
Okay, the next question. The book Da Vinci Code was written by whom?
I'll give you a hint. Not Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, Howard says if you look at the way they dimmed them down in Strange New Worlds, they're more Worf-like. Yeah, they look a little more like Next Generation Klingons.
Howard says Dan Brown or Poopsteen San.
All right, so I'm just going to use this. Oh, wait just 1 minute. There's like a bunch of. I still got a bunch of material to remove from right there.
He says that's Dan, not San. So Poopsteen Dan.
Poopsteen Dan. Dan Brown. Dan Browntown. All right. so I'm just going to use the tip of my drill here. Yeah, I got to get rid of all this junk right inside here.
So the answer is correct. Dan Brown.
Dan Brown. Howard's killing it, man. Howard and Mary dominating the trivia tonight.
Okay. Who wrote the Gothic novel Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus?
The modern Prometheus. And your hint is, I recently said this person's first name.
Yes. Yes, you did.
There's like a little notch right there, and my bit's digging in, and it's almost going right through. So just got to be a little careful. A little careful, or can I be any more carefuler? So the key with these little things is to not put a lot of pressure. Just kind of let the bit do the cutting. But what happens is sometimes it'll like get a little bit of a grip into the material. If you're not holding it tightly enough and securely enough, it'll zip away like it just kind of did right there. And it'll catch and then start drilling through instead of just grinding away.
Well, we have no takers for the trivia question, apparently.
Come on, you guys.
Who wrote?
Mary Shelley.
Yes, there we go. Mary Shelley. Maybe I'll ask some animal questions. How does that sound?
Who is the drummer for the band on the Muppets?
Animal. What is the scientific name of a wolf?
Ah,
What is the scientific name of a wolf? Who's got fast fingers on this one? It's 2 words. Maybe we're putting them to sleep.
the soothing sound of my Dremel tool. Okay, so this side has less material. It's just a little pin and like a little wall right here.
Is this thing on? Hello?
Hello. Well, we got 8 people. Johnny gives up. Come on, Johnny. Canis Lupa.
Yes, and Gavin had it in there just as you just started saying it.
Oh, Good one, Gavin.
Lupus. There you go. Good
Canis
job.
lupus.
Alex says, I'm here, just no idea.
So the full term is Michael J. Canis lupus.
All right. What is the female donkey called? What is the female donkey called? I don't like you talking about my wife that way.
Okay, let's see if I did it enough.
And this name that a female donkey is called may be from the block. Gavin says Jenny. And Gavin, you are correct. It is a Jenny. Okay, this next one's an easy one. Everyone should know this one. What is the fastest land animal in the world? Fastest land animal in the world.
A chicken in Kentucky.
Turkey at Thanksgiving. Alex says cheetah. Here you go. Yeah, that comes through nicely.
Almost. I think I'm gonna need a little help. I can't get the light close enough to the end. There's not enough room in it there.
Johnny says leopard.
I think I'll need a bit of help from the clear sprue. And if I look at the sprues that come with this kit, it's got some real thin ones on there. Oh, wait a second. What are these?
Those are the clear parts you're looking for.
Little clear pyramids. A whole bunch of them.
Could have been worse. Could have been the clear parts for the Reliant.
Oh, that's what I just made right there.
Yeah.
There's like 20 of them.
Nice.
They must go somewhere else on the model if there's that many of them. And if it was meant to go there, then that would have already been cut out. So they must go. Oh, you know what? It's all these square lights right here.
Well, maybe they're weapons.
Because we got that one. Right? That's the only one. But the angle that these are on, you can't tell that it's a little pyramid.
Yeah.
This one you kind of can. If you look close, you can see the shading of it. So those are meant to go all around there.
Alex says,
I was actually looking
if you
at
believe
this.
the stories.
So I was looking at this earlier. So one's going to go right there. And the other one's meant to go right at this corner, which I did cut out. Because I was going to because I was looking at this picture and I said, okay, well, there's like a square light right there. So I drilled it out. And now I'm just looking at this, I noticed, oh, well, we've got all these little clear little pyramid pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. But I might as well keep the one I already put in there.
Well, Alec, you got the answer right. It is a cheetah.
I hope you didn't cheetah to get the answer. Tortoise, if you believe the stories. A tortoise on a skateboard. I'm just reusing the cup. These cups, you make about 3 or 4 coffees in them, and the seam starts to
Give.
Steam starts to dissolve. Yeah, it's coming through. It's actually wet on the bottom of my cup. So I'm going to have to, oh my God. It's really wet. Good thing I noticed that. I'm going to have to change cups. Give me one second. Oh, hair guy. Huh? Hair just came out with her hands covered in red.
I was like, I've been busy.
This hair guy. I was like, oh no.
I've been busy.
Okay, I'm just warming that up. Here's another thing here. We got these clear triangular bits here. That's gonna go right
in there, the corner lights.
Yeah, but that's gonna have to come out. Let's see, that goes there. So it's got like a little oops. So there's like a little lip there for it to sit onto. So I think I'll try to leave some of that there. I don't think it's necessary. Like I can still put that on there and hold it in the right position to glue it. But I think if I leave a little bit of that, it'll probably help me. Okay, but what I need is, that's not a clear sprue. That's actually pretty thick. You know what I'll try? I have a better idea. If I can get it out of there. The clear 3D pen filament.
Oh, there you go.
So I use this occasionally. And it does the exact same thing as a piece of fiber optic. So if I can get this to fit, which I think it does. Oh, I just broke that right off. It's so delicate. Okay, but that's all right. I can reattach that. Okay, so first of all, this needs to be straight.
Okay, I think everybody's getting tired. I'm going to ask some really simple questions to judge how tired they may or may not be. So how can a man go 8 days without sleep?
These questions are riddles.
Kind of a riddle, I guess. How can a man go 8 days without sleep?
Okay, so I'm just gonna do sort of the same thing you do with the fiber optic. Just sort of warm up the end a bit, smooth it out. That's my nice hot coffee.
No takers on the question? No takers on the question.
How does a man not sleep for 8 days?
How can a man go 8 days without sleep?
He sleeps at night.
Correct. Question. How can you drop a raw egg on the concrete floor without cracking it?
Crack it
raw
already?
Egg. It's a raw egg.
Without cracking it.
Yep. Johnny's like, laugh out loud. Well.
Without cracking it, eh?
Yeah. You got an answer for us, Johnny? How can you drop a raw egg on the concrete floor without cracking it? Johnny says the concrete hasn't set. No, it's set. It's been there for years, we'll say. We'll say it's been there like at least 10
clever,
years.
Though. That's
But yes,
a good way to think of it.
That's thinking outside the box.
So a raw egg, concrete floor, without breaking it.
Without cracking it. Yep.
Is it specifically a chicken egg?
Yes, it is.
Not like a Fabergé egg?
No.
Because those things are notoriously tough. All right, so I broke the end off, but I can put that back once this is in its position.
Alex says
So
hard boil the egg, but the question is, Alex, how
Okay,
can you
so
drop
it's
a
not.
raw egg? It has to be a raw egg on the concrete floor without cracking it. Are you guys ready for the answer?
I am. I'm on the edge of my freaking seat, man.
The answer is the egg won't crack the concrete floor. How can you drop
Oh
a
my
raw
God,
egg
we're so
on
dumb.
the concrete floor without cracking it? The last thing I talked about was the concrete floor
Yeah.
and
We're
about
dumb.
cracking it. Okay.
That was a good one.
Johnny says, haha.
Trick question.
Simple math question here to really judge who the
There's
sleepy
nothing
ones are.
simple about any math question.
Okay. If there are 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have?
Green.
Green. If there are 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have?
6. Listen,
says,
I'm taking all of your apples, okay? I'm not just taking 4. If I'm taking your apples, I'm taking them all.
Johnny says 4. Alex says 2. What do you say, Jody?
Well, yeah, if you take away 4, then you have 4.
That's correct. The answer is 4. Because I didn't say you have 6 apples
That's
and
right.
take away. I said there are 6 apples, and you take away 4. How many do
That's
you have? You have 4. Alec, you're getting tired, buddy. I can tell. Your answers just aren't on.
Alec needs to go to work.
Yep.
Come on. This is, I don't know. Why do I do these silly things? Challenge myself. Trying to get the end of this to be round.
Yeah.
Which is very difficult because it's got to go into there. It does. So let me get one of my lights.
Alex says he's preoccupied by his
Ow.
slicer. Does it show up in there? Yeah, it shows up.
There, that's better. Focus.
Come on, focus, Chris.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to this little bit back on. Do. Gotta get the right kind of grip on it. There we go.
If Howard, are you still here? Or did you fall asleep?
Well, I don't blame you guys if you're falling asleep. I'm kind of boring tonight because I'm concentrating on this tiny thing right now. Sticking it to my finger and everything. You're like, you want to see me stick plastic bits to my finger all night long? Check those out. Okay, so I'll go a different way here. Drop the glue on the table. Dip and stick.
Okay, a science question. When Jody's done showing us that.
Time to dry. Give me the science question. Now you're asking questions right up my alley. There, I repaired it.
Okay. Who discovered penicillin?
Ah!
And it wasn't Canadian. Who discovered penicillin? At least we know why Mary wasn't answering any questions for a while there. With her dying hair.
Dying. Her hair.
Johnny says, I'm not too sure on that. Alex, any guesses? Alec, any guesses?
I should know this, but I can't think of the name of the. was a lady.
No.
No?
No. I gave a bit of a hint there. Gavin says, Mr. Penicillin invented penicillin.
Oh, it was like a famous Canadian doctor. He was like
Jeff Penicillin. Don't you know him? Come on.
Jeff Penicillin. He was like the Surgeon General of Canada after that for a while, I think.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. His last name is the same as the writer of the James Bond series.
Yeah.
So, who wrote the James Bond series?
Ian Fleming.
Right. So, same last name. All right. The answer is Alexander Fleming. That's why I said Alex instead of Alec. It was Alexander Fleming.
Oh. Okay, because I was thinking
I like Gavin. Gavin, he's like John Fleming, Tony Fleming. Okay, let's go back to a question where you're thinking it was a woman. We'll see if this is who you're thinking of. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903? Of course, it was Nobel Prize for science.
yes. For the discovery of radium?
Oh, that'd be correct. So who was she? The first woman to win a Nobel Prize. She didn't live too long afterwards.
No, because there was no cure for radium poisoning.
No, there was not.
A cure.
Come on, people, we're helping you. There we go. Gavin got it. Yeah, Mary Curie.
That's
That is
right.
correct.
Gavin comes in with the cure for stupidity, which is intelligence.
Yeah, it was Mary. Like Marie Curie, not Mary.
Marie Curie. All right, so this idea is a good idea, but I'm having a hard time implementing it because this is just too small to get up in there the way that I want. Let me see. 1 second. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. So the end of this thing is like this, and like this. So this part was solid. Just kind of goes like that. So this plastic is so thick that I can't get my little sprue piece up into there. It's ending up right here.
Okay.
It won't protrude upwards. You know what I mean? Like it won't protrude upwards here enough. So you can't see it. You can see it from the front, but you can't see it from the side here. Because what I was hoping for was something like, where is it? Get over here. There. All right. So something like what I did here
Right.
at the back tip here, right? So those are just little clear sprue pieces. So I just drilled out the little domes that were at the end, and I put the little clear sprues in there. So that's what I'm trying to get here, but it's just so small. It's not happening for me. It's so tiny that I'm having a difficult time doing that. So I could either, I think I'm just going to go with the drop a clear paint or whatever once it's all put together.
Gavin is saying, could you fill it with UV setting resin?
No, because I don't have any of that, but I'll use a comparable product and fill it with some clear stuff.
Some
I
clear
just usually
school glue?
use, yeah, that's probably what I'll use. Either that or maybe the fabric glue, which is pretty much exactly this stuff right here. It's sewing glue or fabric glue.
Nice.
This is the same as microcrystal clear. It does the exact same thing. It dries to a perfectly clear, sort of pliable plastic.
Okay, another science question.
All right.
What is meteorology the study of?
Meat?
This one's chicken. This is pork. Tofu, that doesn't belong in here. Get that out of here.
Oh, yeah. Black. Okay.
So what is meteorology the study of? Anyone?
I know
Anyone?
the answer.
Bueller?
I'm
Bueller?
someone.
Alex says lying. No, it's the weather and atmosphere. And Gavin says weather. So, yes, the answer is weather. Good job, guys. Thanks for paying attention and typing on the keyboards.
And thanks for not saying that it's asteroids.
That's right. The game Asteroids?
Oh, the study of asteroids. Meteorology.
Yep.
So this is paint. This is a paint marker.
Nice.
Arteza.
It's nice that they're doing that now. You know, it's easy to get, they've been doing it for years, but it's nice.
Maybe I'll leave this. Maybe I'll leave this part unblocked.
Okay.
At first, anyways, I'll leave it and then put a light in there and see what it looks like. And if it looks cool, because I can probably put some paint in the grooves. Like there's little grooves on it, right?
Yeah.
So I could probably maybe dry brush the top part and leave the grooves clear. Sort of like I did with the tiny Oberth one there.
Okay. Yeah.
I just painted the outside surface of the grill lines and left the inside unpainted. And it gave me those nice grill lines when I turn the lights on. And I know that ship doesn't have lighted nacelles, but it just looks cool. More lights, more happy. Especially on a tiny model like that. I think I did it more just for the challenge to see if I could.
Okay, this one should be easy, but we'll see. In what galaxy is our solar system located? Alex says, the more lights, the happier Donnie will be.
I've got a clue for you guys. It's not one that's far, far away.
Yes. In what galaxy is our solar system located? Mary says Milky Way galaxy. She is hungry for a Milky Way chocolate bar. And Mary is correct. The answer is Milky Way.
Do we have those around here? We got
I think that's more of an
Three
American thing.
Musketeers instead.
Yeah.
I think Three Musketeers is similar to a Milky Way. Just holding this up to my lamp here to see if it's that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Yeah, and Gavin kind of had the answer too. He said, the Milky Bar, way.
Way. Milky Way. Okay, so we got that.
Are you wrapping it up soon or no?
Yeah, it's 10 to 1, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut off at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So there, that looks pretty cool. That's gonna be painted yellow. And this works really good. Just one thin layer of this marker totally blocked it right out.
That is good.
So I think that's okay. Go ahead. Did you have another question?
I got one last one. This will be the last one.
All right, go ahead, Ken.
Again, this is to judge how tired everyone is. Oh, Todd's here. He won't be tired, but
Hello, Todd.
he says hello and good evening all. This is our final trivia question to judge how tired people are. Which geometric shape has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles? We're judging to see how tired people are now.
A confused circle.
Possibly.
A sober trapezoid. Trapezoid's nothing but a drunk square.
I like that one. Alex says square, don't beat one.
Oh, come on.
Gavin says square. Todd says, oh, I'm a wreck back and forth to Vegas and back by car in 2 days. Square. Good answer.
Todd should have went to Vegas next week. They're having some kind of big Star Trek thing there. Trek to Vegas or something like that. You're going to have to go back.
So, yes, everybody, the answer was square. So we have some slightly more difficult questions and some very
Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. No, it's not. Today's video is sponsored by Ken's Hobby Bench.
Oh, there we go.
Actually, by Ken's Hobby Bench and Dash Riptide because of the earlier contribution there. Where is that? There we go. That was from earlier. Howard hit me as soon as he joined in here.
He hit you twice tonight. You've been double dashed.
Twice? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. Howard, you're too much. Thank you, but you're too much.
Todd
Crazy.
says all that news about Vegas being empty and a ghost town are lies. It was packed.
Who's saying it's empty ghost town?
You
Can't
know,
imagine
people.
I can't imagine Vegas ever being not super busy.
How long of a drive is it for you, Todd, to get to Vegas?
Depends on how fast he's going.
Yeah. If you're going the speed limit. I said about 5 hours each way. Okay.
That's not bad. It's like very similar to me going to Toronto.
Okay.
It's about 5 hours from here to Toronto. If you do the speed limits.
Yeah. Or thereabouts.
Mm-hmm. If you drive all the way there without stopping, you probably make it there in 4 hours or less. I've heard of people making it from here to Toronto in 4 hours. That's a non-stop trip.
Yeah.
But I like to take my time. I can't sit in the car for extended periods of time. I get my legs start to lock up and my knees get really, really painful. So I have to get out and move my legs and stretch my legs and stretch my back and spine every once in a while. If I sit too long, I start to get pretty stiff and sore. So I take a lot of stops when I'm driving. Like when we went to Wonderfist. When we went to Wonderfest, it took me like 2 days to get there, where it's, like a 14 to 16 hour drive if you did it all the way. But it took me about 2 days to get there because we stopped and spent the night on, we just pulled off to a rest stop. We had our bed set up in our car.
Yep.
So that we could camp out in the car for the night. We just pulled over to a rest stop and got a few hours sleep and headed back off in the morning. So we got to Louisville in 2 days, day and a half, I guess. I don't know.
That's not bad.
We
SDM
drove
Productions is here. He says, hi all.
Hello. Let me scroll down and look at this. Look at all the people here.
Happy shiny people.
Happy shiny people. SDM Productions. I've watched your channel. I'm pretty sure the logo looks quite familiar. I don't know. I watch a lot of YouTube channels, so I've probably seen you. Okay, here we go. That's light blocked. My little ends are carved out. I got my cap. So this needs to dry still. I left these little bits unpainted also, hoping that a little bit of light will come through there. So put some lights in there and I'll get this capped off.
Blair is here. He says, hey, Jody et al.
Hey, Blair. Thanks for joining. Right at the end, I'm just about to say goodnight to everybody. I'm sure Ken wants to get to bed or take a break anyways. He's been producing all night. He produced for Andrew's show, and then he just jumped on here with me. Nice surprise, by the way, Ken. Thanks for hopping on and doing this for me. I appreciate it.
Oh, for you, no problem.
So just a little right there. That one broke off. I got it back in place. There. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to leave it there. And okay, thanks to Ken for producing for me. Thanks to Howard, double time, for the generous donations. I appreciate that, Howard. Again, you don't have to do that. Just coming along and saying hi in the chat is enough for me. The fact that people are here, checking out these weird models that I'm making. Hey, old Blair, since you just joined, this is what I'm doing. I'm modifying the Cardassian Galor class. So I've moved this bridge module thing from the front nose to the center here. I've made this pylon for it to sit on. That's going to get a bunch of windows in it. And what I'm doing right now is dividing this fork piece that's meant to be on the back as a one piece, dividing that into two separate pieces so it can go top and bottom on the back. So that'll be sort of double forked. And these are the caps that's going to go on there. I'll add details to the surface of this when it's done. And I'm putting lights in these thin little parts. So that's that.
Looking amazing.
Thank you, Ken. And thanks to everyone here. Blair just jumped in at the end. SMD Productions. So for anyone that's just jumping in, I don't have a regular scheduled streaming time. I try to just jump on sort of following the other HTM guys. I don't mind streaming a little bit later at night. I'm up late anyways. I don't have to get up for work in the morning, so it doesn't matter. And I know that there's a few of you out there that'll stay up a little bit later. And some of you guys are on a different time zone than me, so you're living in the past. And it's 1 o'clock for me, but it might only be 10 or 9 for some of you other folks out there, or 11, whatever time is. I don't know. There's like 8 time zones across Canada. It's crazy. We got Gavin Blackburn. We got Following Ghost was here. Tony was here. Alec was here. Johnny Cam was here. No, Cam wasn't here. Did we see Cam? No. There's no Imadawa.
No, I didn't see him.
No. I'm sure he's also watching, but he probably can't comment because he's into a game or something like that. And, of course, Howard, my beautiful, lovely Mary. Dash Riptide, let's go. Okay, I saw that and I was going to say, oh, Chase is here, but no, that's Dash's comment. And, of course, Andrew. Thanks to Andrew for sending everybody over to my stream. That was a feature that we tested for the first time, and as far as I know, it seemed to work. I don't know if anyone was watching Andrew's stream and immediately got sent over to mine. Let Andrew know if it worked, and let me know if it worked. Yeah, Johnny says Cam was watching. All right, so good night, Blair, Alec, Johnny, Mary, Ken, everyone else. Todd. Hi, Todd. Bye, Todd. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching Trek Mods. See you guys probably tomorrow on the group build stream. Bye. End stream.